सो हाय एवरीवन। आज है 19 मई का महीना 19 तारीख एंड सोमवार का दिन, फर्स्ट ट्रेडिंग सेशन ऑफ द वीक एंड मार्केट ओपनिंग फ्लैट टू लिटिल बिट ऑफ गैप डाउन दे रहा है। लेट मी शो यू कि डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे मार्केट कैसा क्लोज हुआ है। दिस इज द क्लोजिंग, लुक्स लाइक अ बिट ऑफ हैमर, इट कैन टर्न इट टू हैंगिंग मैन। तो यहाँ पर उस टाइप का एक व्यू रख के हम लोग काम करने की कोशिश करेंगे। सो ऑन 5 minutes, let me show you something. On 5 minutes, it has accumulated both buyers and sellers over Friday and gave a little bit of buying side of move at the closing of the session. That means that it has accumulated good chunk of buyers in the closing. So if once a profit booking comes, the buyers who have bought from here might not be holding the position because it is weekday, right? Because of the Friday, they would have booked the position and gone away. If not, then one red candle will be good enough to accumulate them. So I will be looking for buying side setup if the first candle becomes red. Otherwise, if the first two candles become red, means if the continuation happens, then I will looking for selling side trade only because uh, in the buying trend, whenever the market falls a little bit, people would try to buy there, and market will still fall like something, 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 and it will bounce back from the level that you can't have imagined also, right? So that's why the plan is today. Today's plan is that. So first, I have to look for the opening candle, and in Bank Nifty, the plan is pretty simple. Let me show you that also. सो बैंक निफ्टी, देखो सेंसेक्स में भी सेम ही है, राइट? सेंसेक्स में देर आर सम पोजिशंस जहां पर कि हमें ये प्रतीक होता है द मार्केट हैज accumulated good chunk of buyers and sellers over there, but still there is a resistance point. Market if takes resistance there after opening itself, then I will be looking for call option trade also. But in bank nifty the picture is pretty clear. Because Bank Nifty has taken resistance here, any price that takes resistance on the same previous high, I'll be going for a buy side trade in Nifty also, right? And another thing that look, market has taken resistance. Bank Nifty has made a pattern like this, uh, the typical flag and pole pattern, right? This is the pole and this is the flag kind of thing. So after that, its breakout has been shown. So possibility would be breakout and retracement. This is the retracement, right? ये जो flag का, this is the breakout and this is the retracement already happened. So here continuation is expected in Bank Nifty. So as per that, if Nifty does that, that will be great. But one thing, because Nifty had closed above 25,000 in the weekdays, people would be easily convincing themselves to buy or to have a buying side view for today. So for that, we need to look for selling side. Otherwise, we will be going in the direction of the thought of the people. So that will be a kind of disastrous for us. So we will be looking for a opposite trade also, because no matter the overall trend is buying, but we have to see a particular major level from which market can take support or resistance, as this one, right? Market has first broken the 25,000, accumulated there, made a double pattern, made the buyers sit over there, right? So 24,950 put option sellers would be sitting easily. If market shows red candle, then will be they started taking exit from the market. So that's what my plan is. But let's see where market opens. Zero has changed its total a little bit. So we'll be looking how this actually is. So I was figuring out how to maneuver in this. So pretty simple only. Whatever to be added that needs to be selected first. But जो था पहले, that was better. So let's see, premiums are pretty high. So if I would want, I may add the premiums, but let the market open यार. सबसे पहले कुछ करने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं. Let it open first. Let's see कि first पहला candle कैसा बनता है. We will look in the indexes also कि how they perform. Right. उसके बाद कुछ प्लान करेंगे. Otherwise, this could turn out into the hanging man candle. डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे जैसा कैंडल बना है ना. So that's what making me think about. क्योंकि मार्केट देखो 106 पॉइंट्स के रेंज में खत्म हो गया फ्राइडे के दिन. सो वेरी लेस प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट इट विल टर्न आउट टू बी इन दैट रेंज ओनली. बट no one can say what can happen, but I'm just assuming that market will not close in that range. So opening के साथ एक रेड कैंडल शो हुआ है. सो मार्केट विल डेफिनेटली, देखो रेजिस्टेंस की बात करें तो सही जगह से रेजिस्टेंस ले रखा है. Magnetic has taken resistance from close to the high, not exactly high, but close to the high. खुलते ही साथ बैंक निफ्टी has also shown a proper negative candle and breakdown of closing price along with the 25,000. But uh, let's see where the buyers accumulation or where the sellers accumulation happen. I think this should continue till this low breakdown, or market should do something at this point of swing low. After that, it will change some kind of psychology. Other than this, if I may say that what is happening right now, the buyers who have bought over this accumulation, they might be booking their profits. Also, the strong buyers who have taken the trend till here, they might have um, doing like this. They might trying to buy at this position because there is already 25,000 round number and closing price breakdown already happened, right? So that's what I can see right now. Let's see. So let me add the options here. The options are pretty overpriced only. So we have to look for OTM ones. ये जो popping हो रहा है ना, that's what making disturbance. So we have gone for OTM option. देखो अच्छे से rejection market ने no doubt show किया है. So as per the premium, I am going a little bit of OTM option. No doubt all options are increasing right now a little bit. I told you that is a good point for the market to go because it has already broken down the round numbers. But looking at this hammer kind of candle, I don't think this will go continue very high. Market should give us a retracement, then only you can plan something. Otherwise, जाने दो या market को. Maybe no trading is also pretty. Put options are falling crazy, right? So what I mean is market has first trapped the put buyers over here, put sellers, I think, because it has shown us negative candle initially and after that showing some sort of positivity. So that's what I can understand from this kind of move. It is closing somewhere close to indecision to bullish candle. So there should be one retracement coming. After that, market can go higher. I'm not saying that market is not bullish. I must say that market is bullish at this point of time, looking at this rejection candle. But that's what can trouble us, right? Trouble us because it is showing such a bullishness from this kind of low. So we need to be concerned, right? We can't be just sit in the confidence that market will go higher and higher. We will add position in the direction only. That's something that is not gonna happen. And if you look at the positions, इस swing को break कर दिया है सेंसेक्स में and after that it has shown some sort of upper side rejection and I don't think that is sustaining today, so little bit of retracement after that because there is a resistance point 82,400, but if this goes in a continuation then there will be very less strength available because people would be shorting the put option here, placing the stop loss at the below point. अपर साइड में अपर साइड में उतने ज्यादा एक्सेस भी नहीं है, राइट? So that's why we will it will be great if we look for a put option trade. But we need to see, ठीक है? ऐसे कुछ भी प्लान नहीं कर सकते. कॉल ऑप्शन में अच्छे से निकाल तो दिया है कॉल बायर्स को, but the way it is showing the hammer, I don't think this is gonna sustain. I'm expecting a major hit here. अगर वो मेजर हिट यहाँ पर मिलता है, then I can plan something. This should be turning into a green candle input option. देखो बात यही आ जाती है कि ऊपर की साइड में तो एसेस नहीं है ना. So who will try to buy the market at 25,000? That's what creating a question in my mind. No doubt setup के हिसाब से सारी चीजें ठीक है इसमें in this kind of thing, but hammer is what making me concerned. Let's see अगर ये चला भी जाता है then we will look for other opportunities also. But at this point ये जो first pullback है उसमें जाना is not something that I am very interested in. So let it go. Think I'll be happily leaving this thing to market if it goes right straight away. Put options में भी अच्छे से निकाल दिया है put buyers को. So I am little bit convinced you are selling side only, no doubt. Why? Because it has broken out this thing, and there is very less probability that sellers will be having their positions, or if they would be having, there is a very, I don't know why, but I think put options might work today. This is the first pullback in the put options, and the second kind of pullback it is showing right now. The way rejections are being shown in 1 minute candles, that's what making me confused about this entire thing. So this candle has broken the first initial pullback of the put option, and the calls are not increasing that much. It might come to day low breakdown, but already it has broken with a good chunk of volumes only. I think let's have the position in put option only. So I have bought the put option because it has shown us a good setup of us. Let's see how the market performs from here itself. This is not the first time pullback. It has the first time pullback, and this one is the second time pullback. So I'm expecting a move in put option only. The reason why I have gone for put option here, no doubt I am against the trend, but one thing for sure that I can say here is there is no upper side SL available, and one rejection. If there will be plenty of rejections coming, sellers would be sitting happily, and I will be getting the target in that itself. That's why I have added position in put option only. But I need to see that how much momentum could happen because there is a rejection kind of candle market has shown in this particular 5 minute window, and it is always fearful to sit in a opposite trend, right? In the trend opposite direction of trend. So I need to be fearful for that also. And momentum is not. If momentum does not become fast, then that will be a thing to be worried about also. If you look into call options, it has clearly done a M pattern kind of thing. This is the M pattern. It has not broken down till yet. Why I can, why I gone for this instead of going in the direction of trend is because people would be setting their mind easily about the trend because 25,000 के ऊपर मार्केट ने क्योंकि क्लोजिंग दिया है they would be making up their mind towards this कि चलो बाय करेंगे कल के दिन मार्केट जहां भी मिलेगा हम लोग बाय करेंगे. So that is what I am thinking about. But selling should be fast always. If that does not happen, then we can be concerned about, right? No doubt we are running in little bit of profits. That would say that I would say is break even only. If the momentum does not becomes fast, then that will be considered as break even only. Also, there is a kind of rejection market has shown in the put option also. Only way possible that I can get wrong here is our view can get wrong here is the thing that market if tries to continue go in the direction of trend as of now. and that will be a problem for us. It has clearly shown a good chunk of red candle here. Means the red candle is strong enough to remove the random buyers over the bullish momentum. Look, I might not risk very much here. I think placing a stop loss below this will be a good option. 85 should be my logical stop loss. So I'm not getting afraid of the stop loss. But the only thing that if market corrects from here also, na, that will be, let's see, if market goes against us, na, then that we have to face only. Because clearly it is continuing towards buying side. But what gives me confidence here is on this green candle, everyone will buy, right? Think from your perspective that like if you have bought, right? If you have bought the call option, if market is coming down, you are getting a good price, you will be buying on the first pullback. So on this pullback, people will be buying. So I don't think this should sustain. But if sustains, then definitely we will have to face a dent, or we will have to take the stop loss today. So market is very close to our stop loss, and I think it will hit that also. So probably it had hit in our stop loss. So no worries. We have got a stop loss today, and the major problem that with this trade is we are in the direction opposite to the trend. So no worries. This is what market is. Right? It will make us feel like ये तो हमारा stop loss लेके निकल रहा है अभी. That is not something that you should be feeling about. When you are having a stop loss, you should be sitting calm and cool, right? So let's see. I will be observing the market how it trades today, or I think it should end up in this range only, which is previous day's range. Let's see what happens. I will be updating you. And as of now, our trade is good enough, but direction wise, we are wrong. So that's why I think we have to face a little bit of trouble. And look at the call option also. It is also not growing that much. So that means kind of crappy to choppy market today, right? So I'll be updating you after few 15 to 30 minutes. If any kind of observations uh, I found in the market, I will be definitely telling you that. And I think I will experiment with option selling today. So if I am doing that, I will be letting you know. तो बैंक निफ्टी में भी 400 क्रॉस हो चुका है एंड वन थिंग दैट आई कैन क्लियरली सी इन बैंक निफ्टी इज there is no upper side liquidity available in bank nifty although it has taken resistance for 500 and that is a prominent point. It is not very likely that it is not something that market will can't take, right? But if today's market is planning to be choppy, then we can't do anything about it. If you clearly see that there is no as of clear direction today, market has gone for buying side, and put options are increased first, decreased first, and then increased, then decreased. There is no clear cut direction uh, as of today, as of now. But what I can assume here is because Bank Nifty has taken resistance from 500, which is a prominent point for the sellers to put their stop loss. They will be selling the call option and putting the stop loss happily. So that's what making me feel that a buying side move in Bank Nifty is something what I can expect. And in Nifty, it is looking very, very, what you can say, contradictory. Means it is not taking resistance somewhere from a particular point. And if you tell about Sensex also, no, kind of a choppy market today because there is no fast momentum happening in either of the side. So let the market go. Sensex also it has taken support from the previous swing. Little bit of breakdown first happened, then it has taken support. After that, totally kind of choppy market and showing a little bit of fall right now. So if it goes straight away like 600 to 800 points also, then it will be not a point of guilt for us because market has not respected my stop loss. So I'll be not hurrying up in doing anything in the market. So let's see, I will be observing the market and I will let you know if any particular direction market uh, turns out to be. So particularly if I say right now is market is showing a little bit of momentum in the put option only, and that momentum is only of 10 points in this particular option. So as per that, what I can see here is market is clearly not going anywhere, just accumulating some sort of sellers and buyers over and over. 25,000 breakdown again happened into the market, and also this time with a good volume. So probably what I think market should continue from into the call side right now. But if you look, if you clearly see the chart, if your eyes are not blundered right now, you can clearly see there is a clear trapping scenario market is doing right now today. So if you are burning your capital in that particular trapping scenario, you will be not getting the capital in the further trades to have, right? So basically, if market goes straight away like this, that is pretty okay because I will be understanding that I will be learning from that is once it's the first time pullback. If I am taking that, that will be not good. This is the second time pullback, which is the ideal scenario for us, which I have taken also. But one thing that whenever I am taking the second time pullback, but if any particular point, which is the day low or something like this, is nearby only, so I need to be cautious and I need to have a look at that breakdown also because it is not very hard for the market in case of options to break the day low because in the theta decay only if market does not go anywhere for a little bit it will come down like and it will break this. So I'll be waiting for that in case of any round number or sorry any particular specific point like day low available in the premium, right? If you can see, there is a little bit of momentum in put option, no doubt, but after that it's showing rejection. But I don't know, it can continue like this or that there might be momentum in the call options also. We need to see that. Okay, yeah. So let's say I will be updating you about what could be the possible scenario, but in 5 minutes, there is a good chunk of volume had come in this particular red candle, and after that, it is showing some sort of rejection. So I think the trigger is happening right now. So I need to delete the trigger. So okay. So let's see how market performs. I think this should continue because of the trend side trade. This is a clear trend side trade, right? and I think they should continue. But we are done for the day because we have reached our target. So, target in the sense the target of achieving one trade a day, right? So, we have done that successfully. If market goes in particular direction, also, I will be happy to see and enjoy the move. Okay. So, let's see. So, clearly, it is not sustaining onto the call side because as you can see, there is some sort of rejection. So, if I consider this as the first pullback of this particular buying side trend, it will not be wrong if the entry becomes here. After that, we are expecting this kind of move, but you need to see what market is right now doing. If you look at the put option, it is spiking right now. So did the put option buyers are safe? No, because if you look at this on the 1 minute candle itself, market has accumulated good chunk of buyers first, and that accumulation led to the stop loss hunting also, and after that showing some sort of rejections. And if you have eyes and if you can see this particular kind of range bound movement in the Nifty itself, you can clearly see that there is no one directional move happening in Nifty and Bank Nifty, either of the indexes. Um, you can say that Bank Nifty has taken resistance from a good spot and it is moving right now, but you can't sell in the Bank Nifty because it is not showing good chunk of red candles. Means there is less sellers present into the market in Bank Nifty. If they are present also, because of the trend, the market is not letting the sellers to get the profit. So what I can guess here is it is pretty likely to hover in this particular range only for the rest of the day. So if that breakout happens any anywhere, because if you are option seller now, you will be selling a 25,100 call option, 25,100 put option, and 24,950 call option, and you will be eating the premiums like hell. So for the premium eating kind of movement, it is very good for the option seller, and that is what market is rewarding also. So we need to look what could be the where could be the possible breakout scenario happening. So let's say I will be updating. So I'm planning to have a bull call spread here, means which you might have heard about the credit spread. So I'm planning to implement that here because my view is moderately bullish into the market. So as per that only, I am planning to have that because today's market can be a non-directional market. So in that particular credit spread, what we have to do is we have to sell a put option, right? Sell a put option which is ITM, and we have to buy a put option which is quite OTM, just to ensure, and that spread needs to be somewhere close to 200 to 300 points, like so. An ITM put option will look like so. This is what the ITM put option looks like. Let me have the basket on. So this is the ITM put option, and that should go into selling. And also, if you say what will be the OTM put option from 100, 300 points more will be good. So let's see what is the capital requirement here. Let's modify the quantity here to 75. So the capital requirement here becomes somewhere close to 55. But what we can change here is I can go for a little bit more OTM. means 500, 400 point of spread. So the more OTM I am going right now, it is becoming more expensive. So 200 points of OTM will be good. So I think I'm this is clearly let's see. I am placing the at this point. So okay, one got rejected and one got executed. So the executed one is the put option trade. But why that got rejected is still I don't know. Might be because of the capital requirement in the particular position. So fair enough. We have learned that the so let me first sell this particular one. So is there any chance of this put options are moving in our direction? There is a little bit of chance, but we shouldn't be taking that. No doubt there is a little bit of is it 24,000? Okay, so why it is showing in different kind of different strike price, I don't know because the both options are of same expiry. So it is going into a little bit positive right now. So that's why I think I should place a limit order and leave it to get executed by itself. Because in the experiment, I am not wanting to lose the. So okay, possibly I have got the what you can say. Okay, so clearly the Zerodha is charging us the entire capital required for any kind of executions, right? And this is okay. So we have placed both orders, and both orders are different kind of orders, right? First one is MIS, and second one is the normal order. That's why it might have shown us like this. But what I think is, if I am for the similar kind of scenario only, let's see. I am planning something. So for the similar kind of scenario only, if I am buying this one and selling an ITM one, which could be this. So what is the capital requirement there becomes? So, so the capital requirement here is lesser. So I have to change this to market and intraday. So there also capital requirement becomes lesser and the margin blocked after execution will be 45K. So possibly this would be a good thing to do so that we can eat the premiums. But this much of capital requirement is something that I should avoid here because here if you are placing this, let me delete this one. Let me add the very close OTM like this OTM. So there also my margin required is becoming higher. And I don't know why the margin requirement becomes higher a little bit because this is a pretty OTM option only, right? So if I'm deleting this, if I'm adding this one, there also my margin requirement becomes higher. And the more OTM I am going, the more amount of margin required is getting higher right now. So if I am buying very OTM one, that is also not something possible with lesser margin. Like in any kind of scenario, if you see the classical, this is what I am trying to implement is bull put spread, right? So this is also known as credit spread. So if I am implementing that, I am not a- able to place trade because of the margin requirement, high margin requirement. Maybe this is due to the expiry changes and all. So if I am trying to implement bull call spread here, so let's see if that happens or not. So in that particular scenario, we have to buy an ITM call option. So an ITM call option will be this one, and we have to sell an OTM call option, which will be 300 points away from that. So here the margin requirement becomes 54K. So in case of this debit spread, in which the margin is going out of my pocket, so means I am not receiving the premium in this case, but yes, my view becomes moderately bullish in this particular Nifty, but still the required margin is higher. So I think if I go for a little bit OTM options to sell, that's where we can crack the benefit, I think. The margin requirement is still same. If I am going further OTMs, then it is becoming higher only. So fair enough. We have understood that okay. So if I am going for a little bit of OTM only, so there also margin requirement. So the more ITM option I am selling, the means the more premium that I am getting for the selling of the option, you can understand that more is the price that I am paying for that, and the more is the margin requirement for that particular option to be sold. So that thing I should be keeping in mind. And if you can see here, the margin requirement becoming lesser and lesser as the market is turning to be going bullish right now. So the more it will become bullish and the more it goes in our direction, the margin requirement will become lesser because what we are getting in this particular position is I am paying 223 rupees as ITM buying and I am getting 121 against that. So my what reward will be, so if market goes in our opposite direction, I'll be facing a loss of 120 points, which is the difference between the spread. And that is the amount of loss that I have to face if market goes against my direction. If not, then the break-even point will be somewhere above the 24,000 or 25,020. So if market stays above that, I will be ending up in break-even because market is clearly above our buying position. So that's why we will be ending up in break even if market close above 25,020. And because the point of loss is higher in this particular position, so that's why going for this one is not a pretty good decision. See, if I want to change the risk here, then also if the spread becomes lesser also, the margin requirement becomes higher. So, okay, we have got understanding, we have got the understanding of that we can't place the trade of option selling right now because this is what the requirement of margin becomes. in this particular bull put spread or bull call spread. So let's see. And if you want to see the contact note of trade, this is what looks like. Fair enough. Let's see what market does here. So as for the decided plan, Bank Nifty has worked perfectly because where the resistance was previously, I was discussing about. At this point, only Bank Nifty has taken resistance. I will be planning for a call side trade on any of these particular level, and for sure I am getting the target in Bank Nifty, but something that is out of our reach. And if you look at Nifty, Nifty is totally range bound within the previous stage range. And for an instance, if you look at what is happening in the put option, like this is the range that put option is trading right now, and on the high breakout market is going right down, and the low breakdown market is going higher, and similarly market is going on a downtrend. So possibly the put options and call option both are in the direction of getting melting out. So let's see if they melt out or not. If you look at the watch list, I have not changed the items. So on the particular watch list only, the premiums have been already melted out so much, and there is few intrinsic value left in all of these premiums. So, but the theta value is higher because they are OTM. Possibly they will be melting out because Bank Nifty is going to stay in this particular range for a long duration. Uh, and if the breakout happens also in Nifty or Bank Nifty, that will be on close to expiry, not today. So let's see if any further observations come. I will be updating you.